What's up, armies? This is Jaemongi, and I'm here to tell you how to enter the raffle for the August D-Day concert in Seoul. There are two separate processes that you can use your army membership for. We'll do the general raffle one first. Now, recently I have a video where I talked about how I won the Japan raffle for August D-Day in Japan. That process is different from this. That process involves you automatically getting a ticket, and you don't even have to go in and pick a seat or even get a seat. You just automatically win a ticket, and then they take your money from your credit card, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else at all. But the Korean process is a little different. So if you've gone through the Japan raffle and then suddenly you see this barrage of information here, all in English, and you are confused, let me explain and break it down for you. So, okay, even though they put some of this information first, this is actually for what comes later. Let's look at the requirements for entering the raffle first. First of all, if you're going to go for the raffle, make sure that you have an Interpark account. Interpark is a website, and for Korean ticketing, there's another website called Global Interpark where you can sign up for a membership without having a Korean phone number, address, or ID. So normal Interpark, that's for Koreans. Let me show you. Okay, so interpark.co.kr, this is for Koreans. And then interpark.com or globalinterpark.com, this is for not Koreans. Well, anyone living outside of Korea, I should say. Okay? So don't go to interpark.co.kr. Even though it does have an English translation thing on its website itself, okay, you can't buy tickets from there. I've tried many times, lots of times in the past. So unless you have a Korean ID or Korean phone number, you need the phone number to verify your account in the first place. Korean phone number only. Okay? Yeah, you can't use your friends, because then they send a verification code to your friend, and then later when you're buying tickets also like some other things that they need, so don't do it. Okay? So back to this. Okay? First of all, in order to enter the raffle, you need 1. Army membership. 2. Make sure your Weverse, in order to buy more Army membership, you need a Weverse account in the first place. Okay, so 2, you need a Global Interpark account. The email for your Global Interpark account must match the email address for your Weverse account, the one that you use to purchase your Army membership. Make sure of that, okay? Make sure. Your name must be the same across all accounts, because that is how they will verify your account. So make sure it is the same as on your passport, because they don't accept driver's license, school ID, none of that. Okay? No. Passport. Make sure it matches the name on your passport. Okay? The identity of every guest will be verified on site. They will scrutinize your freaking face and make sure that it matches the one on the ID. You can't pick someone that looks similar to you or whatever. And they will make sure everything lines up. You have to open your Weverse and show your membership. Trust me, I have gone through this process personally, in person. I've attended so many concerts in Seoul, so I'm an authority on this subject. So yes, make sure everything lines up. Make sure you've done everything correctly. Okay, your entry will be restricted if a valid ID that verifies your identity here as being identical to the ticket reserver cannot be presented even if you have a ticket. So please ensure you have a valid form of ID. Though I've seen armies being turned away and like crying and begging because their ID didn't match, because they bought their ticket from a scalper And so the scalpers sold the ticket. Sure, they got a physical ticket, but they still couldn't go because you need, even though you have a ticket, you need to present your ID and make sure it's verified, and then you need a wristband. When your identity has been verified, they will give you a wristband to note that your identity has been verified. The wristband has a special lock, such that you can't, it's very difficult for you to take it off. And they will make sure that it is looped around your wrist pretty tight. And usually the only way is to cut it off. There have been people who found ways to take off the wristband, like, well, scalpers, if they really want to find a way, they'll find a way. So it has been done. Scalpers will get their identities verified, get the wristband, somehow squeeze it off their hand. They could break out of handcuffs at this point, and then pass it on to the next person who bought the ticket. Pass on their ticket, and then people will get in. I don't understand why they don't want to do things the Japan way, because right now we have no physical tickets, we have nothing. On that day itself, we don't even know where we're sitting, and you'll only be able to collect everything on that day itself, and like, where will we find the time to sell off the tickets? So yeah, scalping in Japan, difficult. I don't know why they don't adopt this system. So that's the difference. Like, when I won the Japan raffle, I'm clueless right now. I don't know where I'm sitting. I only know I have a ticket because they already took the money from my account. When you sign up, you have to put in your credit card information for Japan, not for this one. For this one, there is a different process. After you enter the raffle, you've made sure all your information is correct. You enter the raffle. You don't have to key in your credit card information. Because I've entered a Korean raffle before and I've won for Busan Magic Shop 5th Muster. What you do is you win the raffle, which means you win a separate special time for you to go in to the website and purchase a ticket. So the point of winning the raffle for them is that you don't have to fight with a million other people. Is that, you don't have to wait, count down till the ticketing time starts and then fight with a million other people and look for seats. You will be assigned a seat as well. You don't get to choose. Yeah, no choosing for you. You only win the chance to pay for your ticket. And not have to queue for it. Like, it just guarantees you a ticket. That's all. No matter how desperate you are, don't go for scalpers. If by any chance you are that one person that got unlucky, that they decided to just verify your membership right before you get into the venue, and they do that, like random checks, and it's not, you bought it from a scalper, you managed to somehow get your wristband and all that, and then you won't be able to get in. They have no problems turning people away. No matter how you beg, they're very strict. And they don't work like just one person alone either, okay? They work in pairs. There is always more than one of them to, like, I don't know, I guess to detain you if they have to or something. Valid forms of ID, I've already said, okay? You cannot use driver's license, anything like that. Remember, it says here, I don't even need to read it. I've been through this process like a gazillion times. I've watched like maybe 10 concerts in Seoul. So, no other forms of ID except for passport. An alien registration card is if you are a foreigner living in Korea. So only your passport is applicable. So like I said, make sure your name is the same on your application, on your Weavers membership, as on your passport. Nothing else. No screenshots, nothing. They have a little bit of conflicting information because they specifically said that they will have only mobile tickets. But then they also have things like this. If you pick up the ticket on the site, you can pick up your ticket and the wristband at the ticket booth on the day. The thing is, some of these are like old rules that have been there since the dawn of time. I think they probably didn't modify it or didn't really look like this whole section is from every concert that has ever been. This whole section of identity verification. So even though the new system is mobile tickets only. They probably didn't like remove this part where this says physical tickets. That's probably a mistake on their part, okay? Honestly, these rules have been there since forever. They probably just copy pasted and they didn't read through and make the modifications necessary. All right, mobile ticket verification. It's a QR code. They will not be issuing physical tickets, which is sad because the physical tickets are very pretty. Let me show you. Wings. Also wings. Also wings. 3 different days, 3 different ticket design. BTS Butterfly Dream Ticket. Love Yourself. No, this is Speak Yourself. And this is Love Yourself. So see all kinds of different ones in Seoul. Pretty, right? Anyway, so the raffle entry process. Okay, here we go. Fan club ticket raffle. So it's a ticketing method where an army membership holder goes through a raffle in advance and ticket reservation takes place. So like I said, basically you're guaranteed a spot in not in the line, but you're just guaranteed a seat. What you do is you enter the raffle, you check your results, you win. You verify your win on Interpark, as in you will enter your membership number and then it will say, okay, you are one of the members that have won. Remember, I have been through this process, okay? And it is going to be the same. And then check your seat. You don't get to pick. It's not like going in at an advanced time where nobody else is around and you have your pick of the seats. Like you're like, ooh, I'm gonna pick the best seat available. No picking for you. That's the difference. It's a pro and it's it's a entering the raffle has pros and cons. Definitely, because you can enter with no stress. You're guaranteed a ticket, but you don't get to pick your seat. The ticket raffle process is indefinitely better than general sales. So application period starts on April 25th, which is tomorrow. It's not first come, first served. You only have 2 days in which to do it. 48 hours. 48 hours starting from 2 p.m. Tuesday to 2 p.m. Thursday. It's not first come, first served because they just gather all the entries from that day. So you can wait. Don't just go in when 2 p.m. hits on Tuesday, April 25th. Because then if everybody does that, it's going to be jammed. And it's going to be, don't take the risk of your entry not going through. Right? Just wait. Do it a couple hours later and do it like a whole day later, 24 hours later. I am living proof that you can enter your raffle last minute and still win. Okay? Because the Japan one, I entered like maybe 5 hours before the closing. Because I kept thinking about it. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to win anyway. So just go for it. And then I won. Anyway. So, make sure you have an Interpark account before you enter the raffle. It is specifically stated here. Before. In advance. Okay? Have everything lined up before you enter the raffle. Don't be in a rush to enter the raffle and you don't do things in the correct order and then you regret. Because what other chances are you going to have until like 2026 when BTS makes a comeback? It's not going to be 2025. I guarantee you. 2025, everybody comes out, maybe, from the military. Maybe. And then they're going to rest a little bit. It's not like they're going to do a comeback straight away. Right? So 2026 is the earliest we're going to get anything properly BTS. That's like 3 years from now. So make sure, if this experience is supposed to be precious for you, then you do your utmost best to ensure that everything is lined up properly. Okay, I'm going to use my friend as an example. For the pre-sales, right? You have to apply for pre-sales in order to get into the page early for pre-sales to fight for tickets. That was for the Asian leg of the tour, which is Indonesia, Thailand, and Singapore. I have a Korean friend. She's Korean. She could have read all the rules in Korean, but she didn't. She just entered for the pre-sales. She applied for all of them. She applied for Singapore only. And I was like, why not all of them, right? But I didn't question her. And then it turns out that she thought it was a raffle. She didn't know it was pre-sales. So she missed all the ticketing sales. And then I asked her, so did you get any tickets? And she was like, no, I don't think I did. And I'm like, what kind of answer is that? Like, I was privately thinking to myself, it's either you did or you didn't. Like, what do you mean you don't think? And then I was like, so what do you mean? Like, what was your waiting number on the website? And she was like, what do you mean? Did I do something wrong? And then she just sent me a screenshot of her pre-sale application, and I'm like, this is a pre-sale application, it's not a raffle. And I told her that in Korean. And then she finally understood. She was like, oh, okay. So now she has no tickets. So please make sure you're doing things correctly. Don't make assumptions and just put in your name without making an Interpark account in advance. Okay? In advance. So, when you enter the raffle, you can purchase 1 ticket per person for each session. When I won the raffle for Busan Magic Shop, there were 2 dates available, but I only won for 1 date. So I could only go in and purchase 1 ticket for that particular date. So it means that I still have one more chance during fan club early reservation or during general reservation. Okay? So I already got, let's say I won. I bought my 1 ticket through the ticket raffle. There are people who are able to win both dates. Those are very lucky people. And which means that you have done 2 tickets maximum. You will not be able to do fan club, and you will not be able to do general reservation. That's if you win both days. Or however many days that he's doing, you only get to buy 2 per account. Okay? If you don't win the raffle at all, then you can get 1 ticket during fan club early reservation and 1 ticket during general reservation. Or you can get fan club early reservation for session 1 and session 2, which means then you will not be able to participate in general reservation. If you don't win anything for any sessions at all, then going for general reservation, you can buy 2, but good luck for that. But 2 not in 1 session either. The thing is, you can't go with a friend. Like, you can't buy seats where you can sit with a friend, because you only can buy 1 per session. 1 per session. You can never sit with your friend unless your friend buys a seat next to you, which in the mad rush of buying seats, right? How will they get a seat next to yours? It has to be some kind of freaking miracle for that to happen. So no way. Absolutely no way. So be prepared to sit with strangers. 1 ticket per session only. And there are, how many? 2 sessions, right? So if you buy 2, it's never for you and your friend. It's going to be you and then you the next day again, alone. Yeah. No enjoyment of going with your friend. Well, at least sitting with your friend. It does say so here. If you win the raffle or made a pre-reservation for the first show, you won't be able to make a general reservation for the first show. Yeah, I've just explained that, so no need for that. As for the application for pre-reservation, early reservation, after a certain amount, a certain number of tickets have been allocated to raffle holders, it is very possible that raffle winners, maybe a bunch of them are not able to go in the end, and so they end up not buying the tickets. Then those particular seats will be available for sale during the fan club early reservation. Okay, so application period for early reservation is done from May 18th to 2 p.m. Tuesday, May 23rd. So actually, that's a number of days that you can do it. Early reservation is what is known to us as pre-sales. Pre-sales. This is what early reservation is. And if you have applied for the raffle and you didn't win, then if you have applied for the raffle, you don't need to do anything for early reservation, because your raffle entry is also your early reservation entry. It is the same. Okay, so you don't need to do anything. You only need to do it once. But if you don't win anything from the raffle, then you still have a chance to get into pre-sales and attempt to fight for tickets. Pre-sales is the same as sales, general sales, except that it's earlier. And it's done for people with membership. You'll still have to go in at the appointed time. You'll still have to fight. It's unlike when you win a raffle, then they give you like, oh, let's say from this day to this day, go in and get your ticket anytime. Stroll in. No appointed like hour for you to do it. Like just anytime within that period, go in and claim your ticket and purchase. But early reservation is basically pre-sales, and we all know what that means, and we all know how much that fighting is involved in that. So it's the same. Yeah. And application for pre-sales just means that you have membership, and therefore they give you a little bit of an advantage to go in and get your tickets, and then whatever seats are left over, there's every chance that there could be no seats left over, and then those seats or no seats at all are left for general sales. We all know for the US concerts, for Ticketmaster, a lot of the tickets were just not even available for general sales because everything was gone during pre-sales to membership holders. Okay, so there's every chance that that can happen in Korea. However, I'd like to point out that for Indonesia, Thailand, and Singapore, our ticket vendors were not as shady, and there were a specific number of tickets allocated to pre-sales and general. Okay, so specific numbers of tickets were set aside for those. So there were definitely people who could get tickets from general sales. However, I don't know what it's like in Korea. Based on previous experience, there definitely were tickets still left over for general sales. But this venue is very, very small. BTS venues are usually super huge, but Agust is only doing the Jamsil indoor concert venue, and that's very small. So I really am not sure if there will be enough tickets left over for general sales after pre-sales are done. Okay, so I'm pretty much done explaining. This video has gone on long enough. I'm going to summarize the main points for you again right now. Okay, so this is the summary. Make sure you sign up for an Interpark account before you sign up for the raffle. Make sure your name is the exact same across your Weverse and Interpark accounts, and that name has to be the same as on your passport. Don't rush to enter the raffle. You have 48 hours in which to do that, and that starts on tomorrow 2 p.m. onwards, Tuesday 25th April up to Thursday 2 p.m. 27th April. Okay, 48 hours in which to do that. And please note 2 p.m. is in Korean time, so make sure you find out what time that is in your country. Okay, it's not 2 p.m. your country time, especially if you're in the US area where you're like a lot of hours behind, okay? And it's 48 hours only, so make sure you've got your timings down. Okay, if you have applied for the raffle, you are automatically qualified for pre-sales, which means that if you don't win anything from the raffle at all, or if you do win, and you still have tickets left, like for example, you win the raffle one session, and then you want to go for the other session, then you are able to do so during the pre-sales. Okay, if you win the raffle, you still have to pay for your tickets. It's not a free ticket. You don't win the ticket. You win for the chance. You win the chance to pay for your ticket without having to fight with everybody for, during that period. It's a stress-free purchasing experience. Okay? This has been Zihimangi. I hope that I have helped you be a little more clear on the process for this event. If you have any questions, just write them down in the comments and I will answer them. But you need to have watched this video. Like, I will not answer questions for people who refuse to watch the video and just ask. I'll just delete those questions. It's really not fair because I took the time to make the video to explain it. I'm not customer service, okay? So anyway, please give the video a like and I will see you in the next video. Bye!